weddings cost too much, and I want to help you change that. Hello everyone, my name is Grace from Budget Wedding Stories, and I am the founder and owner of Budget Wedding Stories, where we help couples like you have incredible memories for affordable prices. Now, weddings cost a lot, that's no secret, but it is my mission to help you have a little bit more of an affordable day. And so here here are 5 more ways to save thousands on your special day. Number 1. Now, a lot of these I'm actually using as tips that I employed on my own wedding. Number 1, you've heard it before from me. Get your dress handmade rather than store-bought. I went around to a few bridal dress stores. I fully intended on actually buying a dress from one of these stores, but I started to get an idea of the style that I liked, what actually looked good on my frame, stuff like that. And then at the end of the day, when I was set on a design, I ended up actually almost coincidentally at that time finding a tailor who actually worked at some local bridal stores. Well, the main proper high-end bridal store. People would fly in from interstate to get their dresses made and designed at this store. And so he worked there, and he was also doing some work on the side. And so I was referred to him through Facebook Marketplace. That's where he was listing, and I ended up getting my dress made through him instead. A $5,500 dress, now only costing $1,300. Now, obviously $1,300 is still a lot of money, but I was pretty chuffed for getting a custom dress that didn't need any alterations and was actually done in 6 weeks. So what a lot of people don't realize, that if you go to a bridal store, they often have wait times, and anything under 6 months is considered an accelerated order and may not be available to you, may be extra expensive, alterations may be difficult, etc., etc. So these are all things that you need to keep in mind when shopping for your bridal dress, if you are looking for a new one from a store. But that's another option that you can do instead. All right. Number 2, if you are doing dinner and a pre-made meal is looking expensive, or even a food truck, I've seen food trucks do well, some charging as little as like $30 a head, which is very, very affordable in this day and age. So definitely consider that if you find that as an option. But something that we did and was even more affordable was organizing like pre-made salads and pre-made meats, and then getting a friend or two to pretty much lay them all out. So I think we got a bunch of pre-made salads from a lady who does them for like events and stuff like that. She serviced the Commonwealth Games on the Gold Coast for the Olympics, and we pretty much just ordered like a bulk amount of 3 types of salads, and then we got a massive meat tray done at like a local steakhouse or smokehouse. I can't remember, it was quite a few years ago. And so then to feed 60, 70 people ended up only being $900, which, if you're aware of how much weddings cost, that is a fantastic amount. And yeah, that kept everyone fed. And then I think we had rolls and a few other assortments as well to just kind of really buffer up people. And then I think earlier in the evening, we also served like cracker trays, charcuterie boards. I think that's how you say it. I get it wrong every time. And so then that kind of filled people up for the next parts as well. Number 3, have a friend help with hair and makeup instead of getting it done. I love hair and makeup artists. They are fantastic, especially when you've found a good one. You've done well. But I couldn't afford a hair and makeup artist as much as I would have loved to. So instead I opted for having some friends to help me with makeup in the morning thereof. And we just pretty much bought a few samples of makeup that I would actually need for my skin type and texture and tone. And then she just went with it. And it was just really simple. Like, this is definitely if you are a little bit more of a simple bride like I was, just some basic adjustments, not a full face glamour setup, which is really cool if done well. So keeping that in mind, I know some brides have gone to Mecca and gotten their makeup done there, which is a lot of fun, because I think, if you get yeah, if you buy a certain amount, they do your makeup, that's a great idea. My only concern would be on the morning of, you're probably stressed enough as it is, and you don't want to be rushing a poor employee through your makeup on the day. But I think it's a fantastic idea if you're already buying a bunch of makeup on the morning thereof anyway. So that's another option as well. So it's like part 2 of number 3. Number 4, skip the limo and just order a nice Uber. UberX, stuff like that. Maybe a top limit of $50 depending on how far you're traveling, at what time, and if it's peak time or not. Yeah, it's a fantastic way to save at least $1,000 sometimes. Obviously, there'll be more logistics errors. You're opening up to the possibility of someone being late. But if you're getting married in the city and you're doing Uber, you should be okay. Limos are a lot of fun. Oh man, I wish I had the budget for it. That's something that I definitely would have splurged on. But we are budget brides after all. So that's a potential option as well. Skipping the car and just getting an Uber instead. Make sure to think about transportation and logistics for your day, because you're not only just transporting yourself. If your father is traveling with you, he needs a car to get from the ceremony to the reception. The bridal party, both sides need transport and logistics. And then after the ceremony as well, it might be a bit different because they may jump in the car with you or they may go in their own separate car. So just think about all the movements of that for the day, as if you don't have enough added to your plate. And number 5, probably one of the most ones that I'm like most chuffed about, doing your own florals. Now, a lot of people, when they think DIY florals, they're like, oh, so I just go to Woolworths or Aldi and I just buy a bouquet of flowers there and fluff it up and rearrange it. No. First of all, binge a few videos on floral arranging and floral arrangements and how to do that. There is an incredible wealth of information on YouTube. But the way we did it is we went to a flower farm that sold stems by the weight. That's what you're looking for. And I think we ended up getting a couple hundred stems. Yeah, maybe about 100 or so. And then we paid for the weight as a whole. And then I don't know if this is entirely legal or not, so take this with a grain of salt. We then got our greenery from the side of the road, because there was some beautiful eucalyptus, like not the gum tree eucalyptus, but like some beautiful classic eucalyptus trees on the side of the road. And it was kind of like in a Darrow area, so would people have really cared? I don't know, but we got a bunch of leaves from there and greenery from there that really fluffed up the bouquets. And then an entire one side of my family was assigned to arranging all the flowers. So I think we got 3 bouquets out of that. We got some aisle runners, and then we got a giant 2-piece arbor set out of that, which we then transported to the reception. So we ended up getting quite a bunch of flowers out of that. And that probably dropped our costs from like $3,500 down to $200. So that was an absolute budget win. Anyway, have I missed anything? Do you have any more ideas? Please put them in the comments down below so we can share wisdom with more brides and so that they can save more on their special day. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.